Hi, my name is Dr. Dylesia Barner. I'm a licensed therapist who specializes in teaching women with absent, abusive, neglectful, and spiritually manipulative moms how to live a full life. We are back with another Ask Dr. Dylesia segment. If you've been following along for Mother's Day 2025, you know that this is the third of 4 segments that I'm answering follower submissions that I have posted to Instagram and TikTok. So today we're going to be answering submission number 6, which is a woman who has lost contact with all of her siblings due to her narcissistic mom. So let's roll the voiceover for that.
My mother ruined my relationship with all 4 of my siblings. She would tell them I said or did things I did not. She's accused me of spreading rumors about the older ones that she was the one spreading, threatened to remove them and their kids from her will if they get too close to me. Anything to make me an island. When it comes to my younger siblings, she doesn't allow them to talk to me at all. She's told them I'm a bad influence and has even spread these lies to their friend groups. One of the other moms must have felt bad for me because she forwarded me some messages where my mom was telling her I don't sit well with her spirit and that she has to protect her children from the bad seed that she was cursed enough to birth. One of my mom's adult children, aside from me, is a daughter, and we used to be best friends. Our relationship has deteriorated within the past 6 years or so because my mother has filled her head with negative concepts about me. For instance, if my mom and I were in the midst of a conflict, she'd run to my sister and tell her her side so she can take it. After enough of that, it makes sense why we were so close but now have virtually no relationship. I feel like the black sheep, all because I refuse to put up with my mom's dramatics or be her punching bag. But I've done these things silently even though she tells everyone she can that I'm a terrible person. The only thing I can remember doing wrong is ask her to be my mom for once and acknowledge she fucked up while I was growing up. But she saw that as me spreading lies. I've reached a point of emotional exhaustion. I want a good relationship with my sister again, but it feels like we're strangers. I reach out to her, invite her to do things, call her, and so forth, but she never answers or responds, and it hurts. As for my younger brothers, why can't they choose to have a relationship with me if they want? I realize I will never win or untangle the web of my mom's lies unless the rest of her children realize that she's a narcissist, but I've read that it is rare in a family destroyed by someone like her. I just want to be close to my brothers and sister, but maybe I should accept that my life is forever changed and my family is gone. I'm happy to be away from my mom's evil and should probably be more grateful that those who believe her actions make sense are gone too, even if they're my siblings, and some defenseless, unknowing minors who are being used as pawns in her sick, evil games. But I would like to be a sister again. How do I go from here? Do I cut off my younger siblings and hope they want a relationship when they turn 18? Or do I continue to try and fight tooth and nail to be in their lives? And what about my adult sister? Should I just let go of the idea that we'll ever be close again?
Wow, hun, that was a mouthful. So first off, it sounds like your mom has inexplicitly yet explicitly shared with your siblings that there's an ultimatum, either you or her. There is not room enough for both of you in their life from her perspective. And I want you to know that's an impossible battle for you to win. She's their mom, she birthed them, society is on her side. There is very few scenarios where someone would not have negative feedback to say to someone that shares with them that they chose their sister over their mom, right? So your siblings, unfortunately are probably just not as courageous as you and I are to publicly face the music that their mom is toxic. It's so much easier to comply than it is to challenge. And I say that because I want you to know that this is not about you. Women all over the world put their children, put their children's fathers, put other family members in these types of positions. And it's unfair because the other person is likely to lose. Not because they deserve to or something is wrong with them or that the mom is even right, but because she's their mom. I'm sure you would be an amazing sister if given the opportunity to, and I think that that's part of what you're longing for. You want to show how good you could be at this role. There's probably pieces of you that feels like you failed as a daughter because your mom is obviously making you feel that way. And this is almost a redemption of sorts. It's the next best thing. If I can't be a good daughter, I'm gonna be a great sister. And I opine that some of that pressure would go away if you would believe that your mom is wrong about you. Way easier said than done, and it's gonna require a lot of unpacking and reframing in a therapeutic environment for you to even be able to accept that. But it's the starting point of your healing, because without that, you are going to continue to act desperately. And I don't say that word as an attack on you, but when your mom has painted you out to be a villain, it's a natural instinct to want to correct that publicly. You want people to be able to combat what she says with positive encounters that they've had with you, positive experiences, things that they know about you that are contrary to the negative that she's spewing out. But the difficulty with that is that no matter how good you are to people who are afraid of your mom, they're never going to speak up about it. Their courage is not going to come from one encounter with you, 2 encounters with you, 10 encounters with you even. It's going to come from an intrinsic desire to have better for themselves. And that's something that you're incapable of controlling. As for your siblings, the reason why it's so hard, and there's this tug of war between siblings who have altering ideas about how to approach their mom. 2 cannot walk together unless they agree. That's in Amos chapter 3, verse 3 in the Bible. So this is a spiritual concept that we're talking about here. Now, that does not mean that your sister doesn't agree that your mom is toxic. It doesn't mean that she is on your mom's side fully. All we are seeing is actions. We're not seeing what her true reflection of how she really believes the situation to be. We don't know what that is. All we know, going back to the concept of courage, is that she's chosen to actively live a life where your mom is the person that she is siding with in this scenario where she has to choose between the 2 of you. If I were you, I would divorce myself from the idea that that means that she thinks I'm wrong. Even if she defends her position, even if she, protects mom, if there is an opportunity for her to do so, like she's fussing at you or arguing with you or telling you that she believes that you're wrong, I don't know how much I would take that seriously. That they're in total agreement with that person. It could mean that they have more stake in this person winning. It could mean that this is a easier narrative for them to attach themselves to. It could mean that they're going to get more social approval or acceptance for siding with this person. So just know that it's packed with complexity. And aside from that, that you deserve to be in relationship with people who are going to hold space for how you feel and the experiences that you have, even if they don't agree with them or if they have had different experiences. So what I mean by that is you should not be chasing a relationship that is making you feel like you're crazy. Even if it is with your sister, even if it is with your mom, even if it's with your brothers. You deserve to be in a relationship with people who value you. And it doesn't sound like overall, whatever's going on, that you're valued by your sister as much as you deserve to be. And that doesn't mean that you're not valuable. It just means that your mom, and maybe not even your mom, but the idea of a mom is of more value to her. And again, that goes back to how society plays into that. Now, when it comes to your younger siblings, my suggestion for you is that you let them grow older, let them develop their own self-concepts, and let them find you if they choose to. Now, that does not mean that they're going to, because they could adopt the same sort of path on this journey that your older sister has. But who knows what will happen. Something else that I like to remind people of when they are really focused on having relationships with minors, and these are minors that are being influenced by adults who they do not have a good relationship with, is that there is a high chance that this child is going to grow up into an adult who does the exact same thing that this person, i.e. your mom, does. So there's a chance that they'll grow up and you all might not even get along. The relationship that you are fighting for right now could be with someone who is a spitting image of your mom, who becomes a narcissist because they've been raised by her. And I know that everything in your power wants to save them from that reality, but it's not your job to do so. They're going to be who they're going to be, and the best that you can do with that is to pray for them and to hope that for their sake they discover who your mom really is.